this is Freespace. And I should probably bring up, I'm not playing this game. If you've ever played the original Freespace, then this probably will look like significantly higher resolution to you, first and foremost. That's because I'm playing this with a mod called Freespace Open Source Code project, also known as Freespace Open or Freespace SCP. Let's see, are all my controls set up? Okay. Looks like they are. So, okay, the controls are probably going to be your biggest obstacle when you start this game. Because, good God, there are so many of them. And the worst part about it is you actually won't need to be using that many of them. Especially in the targeting and miscellaneous tabs. A lot of these controls are mainly hotkeys. But there are some controls that you'll probably be using pretty frequently. I'm going to leave a list of the essential controls, each marked by a little asterisk next to them, and other controls that you'll be using frequently, but probably not right out of the gate, ones that you'll be using more and more as you gain more experience playing this game. Yeah. The controls were a big hurdle for me. It took me a long time to figure out a solution for this that worked, but I believe I have one. So, yeah. In case you're wondering why I'm playing on medium and not something higher, whereas in my Heretic playthrough I play on the highest difficulty, the AI in this game is atrocious. I'm just saying that. There is part of the Freespace Open for Freespace 2 does in fact have an upgrade to the AI. But yeah. Thankfully I have that upgrade. And yeah, this first video is just going to be nothing but tutorial stuff. Tutorial stuff explaining how this game works and all that nonsense. I'm probably going to upload this on the same day that I upload the first part of the actual playthrough, so if you already know how this game works, you can just skip this. Anyways, let's see. Just to be safe, we're going to reset this. Oh yeah, Freespace Port also adds in Operation Templar, which were originally these co-op missions available in the multiplayer of Freespace 2, and it also comes with Freespace's expansion, Silent Threat. But I'm just going to be playing the Great War campaign, and eventually I'll do the modified version of Silent Threat, because, well, as awesome as Silent Threat is, it does have some pretty big flaws. Anyway, onwards to the main game, or at least the training segments of the game. Because there are a bunch of training missions in this game. And if you don't know how this game works, you'll want to watch these.
Welcome to Phase 1 of your basic training. Your instructor will walk you through multiple flight controls and HUD gauges. In the first section, you will learn the basic HUD gauges. Your effectiveness at clearing multiple targets, cargo containers, will then be evaluated. Good luck, pilot.
Yeah, so that's our briefing for the training mission. If you want to see a ship type, you can just click on its logo there, and you'll be able to see what class of ship it is. And as you see, there's a context-sensitive help button. So you can change the stages of your briefing if you want to, because it has like stage 3 of 3 there. And these, you can switch between briefing, ship selection, and weapons loadout. Of course, this being a training mission, I do not have those available. But then, once you've got everything set up, you hit the commit button to start the mission.
Good morning, pilot. Don't touch the controls until told to do so.
Yeah, you can actually fail this training mission by not following instructions.
The first function you will learn is targeting. Target me.
Ah yes, targeting is very important.
In the lower left-hand corner of your HUD is your target view. The top line displays the targeted ship's name and class.
That's the main reason why it's so important. It allows you to tell exactly what type of ship you're looking at.
The next line shows the distance to your target and its speed.
I hope you guys can see that okay.
No Note the brackets around my ship indicating I am your current target.
And that little number below the brackets is the distance away in meters.
As I fly out of view, the off-screen indicator will display. It points in the direction you must turn in order to face your target.
So he's basically behind
Note
me.
how it moves as I fly around. It is always pointing at your target.
Yep. So if someone gets out of your view, it'll show you which way you need to turn to face your target.
Notice how the triangles separate. The farther apart they are, the farther you'll have to turn to face your target.
And the model in the targeting display shows which way your target is facing.
Finally, note the number by the indicator. This is the distance to your target.
You've also got that little arrow around the circle on my screen pointing to where the target is, and that little T thing. I'm not sure what the T thing is supposed to
The
indicate.
circular gauge near the bottom of your HUD is the radar. Friendly ships are shown in green. Hostile ships appear as red.
The closer a ship is to the center of the radar, well, if a ship's right in front of you, it's in the center of the radar. You're not the center. The center of your
Using
view
your
is.
main flight controller, turn your ship toward mine. Stop when my ship is in your center reticle. Good. Now stay in that position.
Yep, you can turn along 3 different axes. Left, right, up, down, and you can also roll. Different
Now
ships
turn toward my ship again.
have different turning rates
Match my speed.
on different axes.
Good. Now follow me. Note how your speed automatically changes to match mine.
Yeah, you've got that speed gauge off to the side.
To the left of the reticle is the
Whoa.
speed gauge. The capital M next to the current speed indicates that you are matching speed with your target.
The filled part basically indicates how much of my ship's max speed I am going. And that little bar above it shows what speed my ship is aiming for. Kind of like if I set my throttle to a certain amount. And it's in meters per second if I'm not mistaken.
Now I want you to use your acceleration key to move to within 75 units of me. Do not collide with my ship.
Man, it's been a long time since I played
Good.
this.
Now decelerate to drop 200 units behind me. Good. Now the afterburner. Engage your afterburner. The
Afterburn!
left of your speed gauge indicates remaining afterburner power. Note that it is consumed rapidly.
So I've got the blue bar showing afterburner energy and a yellow bar showing weapon energy.
That extra speed is useful for quick evasive maneuvers. Maintain your max top speed. Try it now.
You can set your throttle to speed levels if you're not content with just matching speed. And you can see that little
Now come to a
directives.
complete stop.
That little green directives window shows what tasks I need to complete.
Drone 1 is just warped in. Target it. Good. Now fly within 100 units of it, then come to a stop. Be careful not to fly too fast.
Amazon class training drone. The radar key is the same with the
Well done. Note that it takes some time to come to a complete stop.
oh yeah, gray symbols on the radar indicate cargo
A group of
boxes.
cargo containers has just warped in. Target CTAC-01A.
Cargo
Good.
boxes.
Now inspect these cargo containers.
Cargo boxes, nav beacons, or jump points. Things that can't move on their own, basically.
In order to determine the contents of a ship or cargo container, you must target it, face it, and fly within 150 units.
See the target display?
The sound you heard indicates the cargo container has been inspected. Notice the cargo display in the target box at your lower left.
This one contains scrap metal, apparently. Which is really weird, because I'm going to have to blow this up, in case you haven't noticed by the red brackets.
Now fire your primary weapon at CTAC-01A. Hit it a few times, but do not destroy it. Near the center of your HUD, the hull integrity of your target is displayed. Notice that it is dropped from 100%.
That's at 97. These guns are pretty weak, I have to say. We'll get more as the game progresses.
This information is also available in the upper right of your target display.
There's also a bar underneath the target hull strength percent.
Now destroy CTAC-01A. Good.
Boom.
Now destroy CTAC-02B and CTAC-03A. Remember to target them.
First Blood is a box of scrap metal. Seriously, this stuff could be put to good use. From everything that these friggin' space age games has taught me. And anyways, what I was saying before about brackets. Green brackets indicate the ship you're targeting is friendly to you. Red brackets indicate whatever you're targeting is an enemy.
Good job.
There. And the drone just jumped out. Subspace jumps. Every single space age game has like some sort of way to rapidly...
Let's see how quickly you can destroy these new cargo containers. Target them and destroy them with your ML-16.
Every single space age game like this has some way that people are able to make rapid transit over hundreds of light years between different star systems. In this case, it's called subspace. Also, that targeting button does not target the closest ship. It seems to target ships in the order of which they arrived. At least I think that's how it works. And I'm not using mouse aiming, by the way. I can never get used to the mouse aiming in fighter sims like this, unless it's unless it works out like it did in Dark Star 1. I'll show you what Dark Star 1 is later. I guarantee that a lot of people have no idea what Dark Star 1 is, which really stinks.
Good job. Now it's time to leave.
Mm-hmm. Time to activate our own subspace jump and get back home. Like that. It's pretty, isn't it?
Congratulations on your successful completion of Phase 1. You are now ready for Phase 2 of your training.
I should probably mention that subspace travel like that is not instantaneous, at least not canonically. It takes a couple minutes to reach wherever you're going, but you can still traverse friggin' light years at a time in just those few minutes. And we do get to see what it looks like to travel through subspace eventually, so don't worry. Ah yes, in this sort of debriefing menu you can see your debriefing. You can replay the mission if you want, if you're not satisfied. You can also have that recommendations button. And you got the mission stats about your whole things like your accuracy and kill count. And of course kills by ship type. And then you got your kind of global stats. Of course, I don't have any global stats recorded because this is with a new pilot. I used the clone option so I wouldn't have to reconfigure all those controls. They're kind of bogus.
Welcome to Phase 2 of your basic training.
I mean, a lot of them are necessary, but...
A cargo container will be delivered to the training area. You will be expected to demonstrate the targeting and firing skills that you acquired in Phase 1 of your training. After reviewing Phase 1 of your training, you will learn advanced targeting and firing techniques.
Mm-hmm. So we saw the normal Amazon drone. These are advanced Amazon drones. They're supposed to simulate attacking bigger ships.
Welcome to Phase 2 of your training.
Oh. That's a Poseidon space freighter there. Yeah, you can learn a lot more about these ships if you want to in-game.
First, target the cargo container. Cycle through all objects in the area until the cargo is targeted.
Machinery? I didn't know it was called that.
Good job. Destroy the cargo container with your ML-16.
At least this one's an empty box that's not full of scrap metal that could easily go to better use.
Nice shooting.
Man, those MVP upgrades are pretty awesome.
Switch your primary weapon from the ML-16 to the Disruptor.
Ah yes, this time I got multiple guns.
Good.
I got that little weapon displays.
The Disruptor is an energy weapon that destroys the subsystems of a target, doing only minimal damage to the target's hull.
That's basically if you want to capture a ship without destroying it. Sometimes you'll be ordered to do that. Because of course, taking prisoners is a big part of war.
2 practice drones will be used for this phase of the training.
Big ones. Advanced Amazon drones.
Target drone A. Good. Now target my ship, pilot. Alright.
Notice I had to cycle through all that stuff.
You have a targeting control which allows you to target the nearest hostile target. If pressed again quickly, it will target the next nearest hostile object.
Yep. Normal targeting won't get you far since you need to cycle through everything. And you also have a control that allows you to
Target drone A using your hostile targeting control.
You also have a button that allows you to target the nearest friendly
Good.
ship. Like a specifically friendly ship.
You can also target ship subsystems. By pressing the subsystem targeting control repeatedly, you can cycle through the subsystems of your target.
Subsystems are things like sensor arrays, gunnery control, engines.
When a subsystem is targeted, it is outlined by a large square. If the targeted object is not in view, it will be marked by a diamond.
Yeah, square kind of like the brackets that show your targeted ship. Kind of like that.
Target the sensors on drone A.
Communications, weapon control, sensors.
Nice work.
See how it shows the subsystem integrity at the bottom of the target
You
box?
will use the disruptor to destroy the subsystems of an enemy ship when you do not wish to destroy the ship. Destroy the sensors on drone A using the disruptor. Good.
Boom. Disruptor's pretty good at shutting down subsystems.
Target the sensors on drone B.
It actually does more damage to subsystems than other guns do.
Notice the sensors on drone B are not in your direct line of sight, even though you have it targeted. The diamond indicates where the subsystem is located. It is also indicated in the HUD target monitor.
And something about that weapon box. Guns are listed above missile banks in the weapon box. Because being fighters, these things are equipped with missiles. Much like modern day fighter jets. But they can hold a lot more missiles, and they're in interior
When
bays.
ordered, you will fire your secondary weapon at drone B.
Yeah, we'll be able to figure out what our first missile is.
The MX-50 is a heat-seeking missile. When you are ordered to fire upon drone B, the MX-50 will home in on your target.
If you can see your target, the heat-seeking missile will lock onto it. And it locks on instantly.
Destroy drone B using the MX-50.
As awesome as instant lock-on like that is, like, watch, I'm gonna turn away a bit. See? It steers into it. As you can see, these things don't do much damage, number one. And their homing capability is not that good. Usually, other ships can just weave around incoming heat seekers. I think that should be enough to do it. Yep.
Fine job, pilot.
Boom!
Now destroy the weapon subsystems on drone A. Do it without destroying the drone.
Weapons, okay. Engine, communications, weapons. Just fly up above and... boom!
Proven successful. Good job.
Capturing...
That is all for today's training. I'm going to destroy drone A. Feel free to join me, pilot. Activate your jump drive and head back to base.
Aw, you self-destructed it! Come on! I wanted the assist! Ah, never mind.
You were proficient in meeting the requirements for all of your training objectives. As a result, you are qualified to advance to Phase 3 of basic training. Congratulations.
I should probably mention about that, the Amazon Advanced Drone. It is actually modeled after one of the space freighters that the human race has in this game. Because there are humans and 2 other alien races.
Welcome to the final phase of basic training. In this phase, your dogfight ability will be put to the test.
So now we get to...
You will be required to engage multiple waves of fighter drones. Some will be armed. You are expected to destroy as many of them as possible. Good luck.
So now I get to demonstrate what it's like to take on targets your own size in this game. Sometimes it can be a little harrowing.
Welcome to Phase 3 of your training. This phase will cover dogfighting techniques.
At least my ship is fully equipped with guns this time.
First, target my ship.
Again, there is a friendly targeting control. Now keep a close eye on his ship.
You'll notice as I move, a circular indicator moves in front of my ship. That is the lead indicator. It indicates where you need to fire your primary weapon to hit your target.
You won't see it if your weapons aren't in range. The little cross indicates your missiles are in range, and the circle indicates it's within range of your guns. Typically, missiles have a longer range than guns do.
Target the unarmed drone that has just arrived. The target box in the lower left-hand corner of the HUD displays the distance to and hull integrity of your target.
Just a quick review in case you missed anything before.
Your target's hull strength is also shown in the lower part of your reticle.
Right now it's at full.
As I shoot the drone, notice its hull integrity drops slowly.
That was pretty quick. Oh, that little hollow
A good
arrow.
dogfighting tactic is matching speeds with your target. I want you to match speeds with the drone. You should be on the move at all times during a dogfight. Now destroy the drone.
Matching speeds with your target's more effective than you may
Don't
think.
forget you also have missiles.
Of course, you can set your speed to whatever you want it to.
2 new unarmed drones have arrived. Destroy both of them. Remember to match their speed.
That little hollow red arrow indicates the ship is trying to attack
The
you.
way to target new hostiles is by using auto-targeting. This will automatically target your nearest hostile after your current target has either left the area or has been destroyed.
Ding ding, like that. Now watch. He blows up, it automatically targets the next guy.
This drone is armed. It will start firing upon you in as little as 10 seconds. Destroy it.
Oh, see, he fired his guns there. I don't think...
Now comes the fun part. 5 pairs of armed drones will jump in. Destroy as many as you can.
Good thing they don't all jump in at once. You have a limited period of time to destroy them before they jump out. And as you can see, they're pre-damaged. As the waves progress, they'll warp in with more and more hull strength. Whoa! Ow. Okay, those guns can damage me. Noted. Boom. And keep in mind that all ships have a blast range, too. And of course, colliding with ships will cause damage. Or debris, because ships also leave a lot of debris. Oh, see, now they're at 50%. You also, that auto match or auto speed thing also means you can set your speed to automatically match that of your target even when it changes. Whee! Yeah, these guys have pretty wide gun ports, so as you can see, they're having trouble hitting me. It is nice how you can hear the shots kind of whiz past your ship even though you're in space. And sound does not travel in space. Ah yes, sometimes a ship will not blow up immediately. It'll kind of burn and list before it
Great
does.
job, pilot.
Like this.
Basic training is complete. Return to base.
Of course, that means you may need to hit your hostile target thing if you want to target something immediately after you've caused it to spin out.
You destroyed all 10 drones. Congratulations. This completes your basic training. Welcome to the GTA League of Defense.
Woo! Now some missions will give you medals like this wingman badge here. You can in the barracks menu where you look at your pilots, or in a briefing where you earn or a debriefing where you earn a medal, you can press this little button here and view your kind of medals collection. As you can see, since this is a new profile, I don't really have any medals aside from my ranking up here, which is Ensign. On higher difficulties, your ranking will go up faster, and my pilot wing leader badge for having completed that the training missions. Now, a good portion of these medals, in the original Freespace, a good portion of these medals are not available unless you're playing on medium difficulty or higher, and thankfully that carried over to Freespace Port. It's the primary reason I'm playing on medium difficulty because, well, I don't quite have a tight enough leash on my fellow pilots to be able to play on anything higher than that, but I want to get all the medals, and I'm pretty capable of this game, or at least I think I am. So yeah. And of course, if you press escape, you can choose to accept the mission income, or to just cancel, or to say you don't like the mission income and you want to try later. Now in terms of this menu here, I'm not sure what this quick start door over here is for. I think for multiplayer. That basically allows you to exit the game. Let's see. F1 can also access help. So you got that ready room, which I use to access the campaign. Your computer terminal to customize options, like all those bogus controls, or your HUD coloration, or things like that. I made a very colorful HUD. You've got the campaign room, where you can view all the available campaigns and change campaigns. Up here is the barracks, where you're able to manage all your pilot profiles. And over here's the tech room. The tech room's interesting because...
The Apollo is the most common
well,
GDA fighter. It is highly versatile and can perform multiple roles, including space superiority, interception, and assault.
Thanks, Dave, for interrupting me. Anyway, so the tech room, basically, you've got the mission simulator, which allows you to access any in-campaign missions you've flown previously, or any single missions that you may have downloaded from a pack or something. I think the Freespace Port comes with a number of those. View cutscenes and view credits. In this technical database, you can view information on the ships, weapons, and intel. And I currently have it set so that a text-to-speech device named Microsoft Dave kind of reads off the statistics of these different ships and stuff. So like, for example, for our basic weapon.
Laser weapon uses transparent ceramic technology in order to create an optical system that is extremely durable and stable under battle conditions, provides adequate destructive damage to the hull of enemy ships by vaporizing molecular bonds at the target area and destabilizing molecular bonds across the grain of the hull material. The GDA issues ML-16 lasers to every fighter and bomber in service.
Yep, so I have Dave turned on, so he'll be reading off the tech room stuff. I don't have him active for reading briefing stuff or in-mission stuff. That's mostly because I play a lot of campaigns that feature voice acting, but there are some that don't. Because, as I mentioned, that Freespace installer allows you to do a lot of that sort of stuff. Add in a whole bunch of different campaigns. Also, talk about bad timing. Either way, I'll see you when the game actually starts.